Hi. So there's some kind of superior success. Oh, wow. The tower just flew out of the deck. They're all in the upright, in the reverse, and landed on this coffee cup like this. Superior success. So if you are concerned, like, dude, I'm going to lose my job, or like, dude, this is all falling apart. Like, everything's just falling apart. There's no way for me to fix this. Like, I don't even know what's going on. Like, this... That even your negative self-talk cannot stop the positivity of where you are doing well. Where you're meant to be. Someone cannot take your success from you either. Like, someone couldn't come in and, like, again, like, tear down the tower or, like, tear apart your relationship or anything like that. No external force can affect... Knight of Swords. No external force can, again, like, interfere. I heard even you talking down about it. So I guess to achieve, because the success is already here and it's superior in some kind of way. So now a person is meant to accept that more. I heard you're allowed to be better than somebody at something. We don't need to go tell that person or those people or that whatever on the other side that's being comparative. We don't need to talk about that, but like knowing where you're at and what you're capable of, it's good to know, because I think that the communication is more of an internal thing. That where it questions itself is just like, no, I don't know. And I do think that someone negative self-talks a lot of things in relation to themselves, and again where they actually are successful. It's as if, like, I don't know if something was ingrained in there. It's like, oh, I got an A+ on the test, and then you got your ass beat by somebody when you're a kid, and it like fucked up some kind of thing. It's like that kind of jolting experience ingrained something in a person to make them think, well, if it's successful, if it's steady, if it's not constantly a struggle, then I must be doing something wrong, and I gotta leave this alone. I gotta burn the bridge. I gotta leave. I gotta break up with the person. I gotta sabotage something. So fascinating. So again, even if someone's natural, I feel like we're yelling. I'm sorry. It's because I'm passionate about it, because I don't want somebody to feel like there's just energy behind it. We've been talking real fast, like this Knight of Swords, like trying to explain. Because the big words, because shit, a person could, for instance, even, again, talk down about themselves, still be successful. But to others, maybe they're more boisterous about it or something like that. Like, even if that was the case, oh, someone feels edged in. Okay, there's a trigger response here. Again, where it's just like, I heard, I no longer want to react from this place anymore. I understand the lesson of it. I can explain this to myself. I don't want to keep going around on this merry-go-round. Or when are we going to get off? So if you confidently want to leave a relationship, move house, I don't know, you could break your lease. I don't know if you'd want to break ultimately a contract, but like say it was even that extreme, you can. But what this is asking is someone to leave from a place in a positive way. So you want to think about, there's some kind of lesson here, like, what am I seeing? You don't want to leave somewhere from being mad about it, right? Like, say it was back to that self-sabotage. And it's just like, oh, why do I always fucking sabotage everything for myself? Like, everything's going good, and then I make a fucking problem, you know? Like, I pick a fight, or like, I just start looping on some shit that doesn't even matter, that isn't necessarily even true. It's just being fed from this old place of, again, self-sabotage, where it's just like, wait, this is steady. I'm not allowed to feel like this, so yes, I'm going to sabotage it because other people made the ground shake when you weren't expecting it in other points in your life. You know what I mean? So like, again, this is reactionary. And again, a person's more conscious of it. And now I don't think, again, that situation is so serious anymore, but there's still part of this lingers by negative self-talk. It's almost like maybe a person tries harder when they're under stress, or they've always been like, the body is again, it's reactionary like that. The mind is reactionary like that. Like, oh fuck, I'm on the deadline. Like, we need to get this done by tomorrow. Like, okay, but there's been like a month prior where nothing was really picked at on that list, even though they had time. There wasn't anything traumatic happening. So again, a person works under, there's like this stress response. Now, I guess this makes a person that's very good at dealing with crisis, but how does a person that's very good at dealing with crisis, meaning they have had to deal with it a lot, now live in a world where the crisis is no longer within them or around them, like touching them? Like, what does that feel like now? Or it's wanting to invite that kind of energy in. Okay, that was 8 minutes even. Healing. Yeah. Because someone here always had to tend to their own wounds too. Like they didn't, I don't see a lot of comforting energy in relation to like when shit was really fucked up. Yeah, there was like no connection with others in that form, and now that's what somebody is wanting. Is like this more reciprocal, soft energy. This is also when someone stops trying to save other people, and they start they realize how to save themselves. You know, before the tower crumbles. If you even have to get that close, which you don't, because you're smart enough now and been around the block enough now. I mean, even having this conversation and being aware of the layers of it is showing the emotional maturity and connection between the emotions and the mind. You see what I'm saying? So good job. Because that's the thing, is someone is superiorly more successful than they think that they are. Some of you, this has to do with Rahu or Ketu also. Like the planets, the stars that are close to Rahu and Ketu in your map, either side, doesn't matter. Kind of the closest ones are the ones where you're actually probably doing a lot better than you think that you are. how problems are solved in interpersonal ways is so important. This is especially in work and marriage. Like long-term kinds of things that are serious that way. Because that could also be part of this sabotage, is that someone doesn't know how to come at it easily. They're like, even if they're kind of calm and approaching it intelligibly, like more logically than their emotions are pretty balanced about it, there's still something of the undercurrent, or maybe even like there's something still about the undercurrent in the string that makes it hard for a person to express themselves kind of softly. And even the voice or the energy behind the words through this reading kind of feel like that, where it's like, if I'm putting it out like this, then like you can't come near me, which, so a person has dealt with a lot of threats in their life, and they're just trying to be like still. So if you've just recently, for instance, that could be part of why this is coming out like this. If you've more recently, for instance, gone through some kind of big shift and change, then take it easy with yourself, because again, you're doing better than you think that you are. And, you know, even if you feel in anguish right now about certain things or get in that space, it's like you're still doing better than you think that you are. The structure and the cosmos. Yeah. Yes. Someone has they're a very powerful speaker here too, like so something is coming to you in an auditory way, or comes through audible sensories. Underworld. So maybe through that and dreams. So yeah, maybe through your dreams some things come, or like, I don't know. And if for some reason you're mad at somebody else still, you'll feel better. Remember, you feel better and then you feel worse again when you finally get mad at you realize it's not the other person and you get mad at yourself. That's a whole nother layer. Like after we forgive somebody else, we have to go all the way back through all those grieving stages and do it for ourselves. That creates the infinity. You know, that creates the connection of understanding. And then we have release in the cosmos. Yeah. Aren't these cards pretty? Alright, race is done. I guess that's the end of the reading. I hope this was helpful. Please take care. I'll talk to you next time. Peace.